nagging in my ear, don't wanna talk it out. Got too much on my mind, feel like I'm soldier, I just walk it out. Paint them like a picture out of line, so I just crop them out. And they don't say they love you till you die, police gon' chalk them out. I pop me a Eddie, now it boosting up my energy. They wanna drop my vibe, no I can't let them get ahead of me. How you got the sauce, but you ain't even got a recipe. Posted in the front, no I can let them get the best of me. They testing me, so I just go ahead and not procrastinate. Lost inside my head, I'm full of smoke, watch me evaporate. There's money on my mind like Dwayne Carter, get it anyway. Every day, I've been skipping meals, feel like a featherweight. Every day, I'ma keep on grinding till my pocket's stuck on heavyweight. I'ma keep on grinding, see the price don't even hesitate.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We're 25th episode of the Javiiurena podcast. Bring to you guys Besars Buts. What's up, Besar?
What's up, bro? It's been a minute. I think it's been, 8 months?
Yeah, he was the first one I brought on. Had to bring him back, but this time face to face, you know?
Okay, you said we're at number 25 now? Okay. Let's go ahead and get started.
Okay. So, let's get out the way. 2020, how was 2020? It all affected everybody, but how did it affect you?
Okay, so 2020 around March, I was still chilling in San Diego in my dorm. It was around midterm season, like second midterms for SDSU, and they gave us like 1 week to move out. They were like, you guys gotta move out. So they basically kicked us out of the dorms. I headed home. I was sick at the time. I didn't have the Rona, but I was sick at the time. And my mom came to San Diego, gave me a lift back home. And ever since then, we just quarantined, didn't cut any hair. Last haircut I did was in a parking garage in San Diego. And then up until like a few months into quarantine, we all got sick. We all got the Rona in my family. My mom, my dad, my little brother didn't get sick, but I did. And then a few months down the road, I got back into cutting hair. Had people come back into the house on the chair, and we started cutting again for like the past few months.
Okay, for sure. So you bring up San Diego, okay? So I want to get your side of it. Mm-hmm. So cutting hair there and here, how different is it?
All right, so in San Diego, I did have my little setup in my dorm. I'm gonna be moving back in the next few months, or in the next week here, and hopefully I can get something situated there. But clientele is different, you know. I grew up with a lot of people that I cut here, or we were in high school at least together. So I guess I know a lot of my clients a lot more here. But regardless, I meet people out there, and my clients miss me out there. I already have a haircut in LA on my way there. I'm leaving Sunday like at 1 a.m. I'll be there like in LA like at 5 a.m. maybe. One of my clients lives in LA. He wants to cut there, so I'm gonna stop, cut him, and then head to SD.
Oh yeah, for sure. So like, but basically, they call it vibes, you know? Like how are the vibes there compared to here? Even like as you're cutting hair, you know, how some people are like more relaxed, quiet over there. Are they like more talkative? You know what I mean?
Okay, so in terms of vibe, I would say like just a difference. Like out there, Thursday and Friday, and Saturday and stuff. Like a lot of these kids have like frat meetings or like parties like on the weekends. So I'd say like, or just interviews and stuff. So I'd say a lot of my clientele there gets more haircuts for like events, which are often. So I'll have like more like weekly clients out there than I have here. Just because they have like weekly events for their frats, sororities, whatever, parties and shit. So yeah, like here back at home, most of my clients are like just every 2 weeks get a haircut, right. You know, Javi with the fresh face. Hold on. Hey, we gotta show off the fade. All right, we're gonna have some B-roll. We're gonna have some B-roll in the video, in the podcast for the Javi show. But show them the fresh fade real quick.
That fade, you know what I mean? Fade up Besars Buts on IG. Hey, hold on.
Oh shit! Check out the merch.
We got the new merch. Besars Buts.
Shout out Hannah Green for the merch. Plan is, or if we want to talk San Diego, yeah. So I got some plans. Basically, the plan is, once all the freshmen roll around, like in August or like so, I'm just gonna wear the shirt, you know, scan the code on the back.
Ooh, we got the code.
Scan the code on the back. And what's it called? Sure. And we'll just go from there. Try to get clientele with the merch, and then hopefully. If this shit, like, I think it's pretty sick, so maybe I'll end up dropping some merch, like a winter collection, or I don't know. We'll figure it out.
So going back to, again, backtracking, so whenever you came back, was there kind of like a sigh of relief? You're like, okay, I'm going back home? Or you're like, fuck, I'm going back home. You know what I mean?
All right, yeah. So basically, I was paying like 3 racks a semester out there, out of pocket for like the school. My FAFSA did cover my housing, but I was paying like three bands out of pocket per semester. So I'm 6 in debt right now. But yeah, when I came home, FAFSA ended up covering like my tuition plus some. So I ended up getting a check. So low-key COVID school helped me out. Cause
that Zoom University.
That Zoom University, bro. I was in my room now. You know, I didn't have to share a room with 3 other fools. Yeah, it was just a lot better being home. I didn't have to pay rent, and right now when I'm moving back, you know, I'm trying to sign a lease. I already signed a 1-year lease for August. I signed myself to a $13,000 contract right there. Like, that's what's bad about it is like when you're living at home, my parents don't charge me rent or anything. So like, and I have the haircut studio right there, so I'm still racking in money and not paying rent. Like. Financially, it's better for me. Mentally, I would say it's kind of hard living at home. I guess it's a lot. It's you're a lot more relaxed when you're by yourself, not having to be on like your family's like plan or like your family's schedule. You could just be doing whatever you want, whenever you want, when you live on your own. And for me, that helps me out. Just time management wise, it helps me out. But that's the difference between here and in San Diego.
All right, so for those who don't really know you, when did you exactly start cutting hair?
Okay, we covered this in the first podcast. Let's get another recap of the Besars Buts, the Besars Buts legacy. So when did I start? Around my freshman year, I was working at a taco truck. My tia picked up 2 taco trucks. The owners got deported or something, so she picked them up, and so she was having like some trouble with her business. We would help her out. Like I would work there. $100 a weekend, like it was like enough for me to save up for a car. And I was like a young freshman, so I had my license I think early sophomore year or late freshman year. So I saved up for a car, and then it was really going to be like a 9 to 5 or like a part-time for me if I didn't end up learning how to cut hair. But my brother just he was a junior going into his senior year, my older brother Ulises, and my mom, he started asking for the fades because my mom always cut her hair with like the number 1 on the sides, the number 2 on top with the rainbow lineup. Okay. And so we always got just you know, salon haircuts basically our whole lives. And then one day my older brother was getting a haircut and he was like, "I'm tired of this shit. Like, Cesar, come just learn how to cut my hair. Just learn how to cut my hair." And so I was like, "Shit, all right." And then I pulled out. They were a wall designer. It was a wall designer clipper, corded. Funny story. I pulled that out. I'm heading out, so I'm packing all my shit now, and I pulled out that same clipper. I painted over it a little bit, and I forgot how good those hit, bro. Yeah. Yeah, but that was my like number 1 clipper. I started off, and like I can name off a few heads, like my older brother Ulises, Gabriel. I would fuck them 2 up. My cousins that aren't my cousins, Devin and Fabian Alcazar. They lived like down the street. Yeah. They let me fuck them up. Isaiah Aguilar was like one of the first persons to let me cut them up. But a few haircuts every week, nothing crazy. Yeah. So I feel like that's why I slowly progressed, like skill wise, because I wasn't really like pumping out hella haircuts.
I ask you this though because basically, would you ever thought back then you would end up to where you're right now, cutting hair wise?
I would never have thought it, especially since you look at like other barbers, like for example, Goody Cuts, Pedro Blends, like young barbers. They started the same way I did. They got good fast. Whether it was a machine, the clientele, like they were just pumping out haircuts. I don't know what it was, but it didn't happen to me. Like I was just slow to learn. Like I think like I also didn't start with like the right tools. I thought I could make it work with what I had, which when you're a barber, like starting off, maybe once you're like a few years of experience, like you could work around your tools. But when you're first starting off, you want to make sure you have everything that you need, and I didn't. So I was just slow to learn. And,
okay, for sure. Mm-hmm. So around what time in the beginning stages or even middle did you realize you're like, okay, I'm actually getting good? I know you got trained at Humble Beginnings, right? Okay. So
what was that? My sophomore year, I would go to like wrestling practice, and then after wrestling practice, straight to the barbershop. Shout out Humble Beginnings Barbershop. Too Many Clippers. Steph, the legend. I'd say he's the best barber in the area. Steph. Shout out Manny. Manny's the one that brought me inside. I had his sister in an art class, and I asked her to ask him for advice on like a clipper that I wanted to cop.
Connection right there.
A little connection. That's really what made it possible. Okay. It was like that fool, my homie Manny. He's at Humble Beginnings, I think still, and running a few other businesses on the side. All these barbers, just not even like barber wise, but like business wise, like they're all about it. Like I liked Humble Beginnings because they had a lot of talent. A lot of legendary just barbers. Rob, the owner, shout out him. Like, it was his place. Having someone there, like, just standing there, you know. They let me, like, they really did, like, train me, and I was just. Well, I mean, believe it or not, bro, I didn't learn shit.
Okay.
It's hard to, like, when you're like first, like, beginning, like, trying to learn, and you just see them, like, slicing down, you know, like 10 haircuts a day. I would see them do like 3 haircuts in one fucking, like, in one sitting when I was there. But yeah, I didn't really learn too much. It was just more so like they taught me how to, like, how, like, the barberhood, I guess, worked. Like, no disrespect to other barbers, like just all respect is what they taught basically. And it's just like they put food on the table with it, so they're serious about it, and they're serious about business for sure.
Cause like it all, I'm gonna bring up patience. It all takes patience. So, you know, like you're barely learning. One guy could be here, and you could be already at the top. But this guy, like in a year or two, he could be where you're at. You know what I mean? It's all patience.
And it happens,
too.
bro. It happens.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Goody Cuts, bro. A year and a half ago, he was barely cutting in his garage. You know, like now he has the fucking studio decked out with the garage, AC, like TV. Fucking his setup is clean. And we've been doing weekly haircuts with me and him, cut for cut, and that fool, like, I used to cut his hair, and like, he would have never thought that he would be this good. I never thought that he'd be this good. No one ever thought that we'd be this good. So yeah, patience is what it takes, bro. Like, you're gonna fuck up the first 10, 20 haircuts bad, and then still 30 haircuts down the line, you're not gonna be perfect.
Exactly.
And then even still 40 other haircuts down the line, like, you're barely gonna be consistent. Like, it's all by the haircut. So you just gotta put in the work, and you'll learn over time.
Cause I'm gonna bring this up. So my first haircut with you was back in like 2017, of November, Thanksgiving time. I remember I needed a haircut, and I said, "Fuck it, let me hit up Cesar. He's right there down the corner." You know, I remember he gave me that fresh ass taper with the part all the way back in my head. You know,
that was a clean cut. That was a clean cut.
From that cut to now, I'm like, oh shit.
A lot of improvement. A lot of improvement for sure. And it happened with a lot of my clients that, like, at the beginning, let me cut your hair. Like, no, I'm not gonna let you cut my hair. You're gonna fuck me up. Like, I don't know. You learn this more as a barber, but like those people that let you cut them, like, at the beginning are really like what lets you, like, grow. Because if you can't make mistakes and learn off of them, you're not gonna. That's exactly how you learn, is by the mistakes. So shout out to people that did let me cut hair, or like early on, and what's it called? Even like people that said they would never, like, let me cut their hair. Like, plenty of my clients, like, they tell me all the time, they're like, damn, bro, like, I remember telling you would never cut my hair, and then now here I am, like, getting clean haircuts and shit. So I mean, the work speaks for itself.
Yeah, definitely. It's like in the sport, practice. You know, practice makes perfect. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
In this case, like, you gotta keep doing it to get better.
You get the flick of the wrist after time, bro. For sure. After time.
And no time you'll be doing it in your sleep. You know?
Exactly.
I remember, because I remember one time I had like a 6 a.m. cut. I'm like, fuck, I don't know this guys.
That's the thing, bro. Is like, it's a grind. It's a grind.
It is
like
a grind.
The high school, even the high school barbering, bro. Because like even the real barbers at Humble Beginnings, caddies, the barbershops, like, they're booked up during prom and during formal and stuff here in just the 2 high schools that we have in Turlock. But even the high school barbers, bro. Like, when it was prom, when it was fucking formal, when it was fucking like any type of dance, harvest bowl, whatever. Like, everyone needed a fresh cut. So those mornings, those Friday, if the event was Saturday night, like, and I was wrestling at the time, so like I was cutting weight the whole week, fitting in like 5 haircuts a day. Goody Cuts right now, dude, fitting in like 10 haircuts a day. And every time, it's funny because every time I go get a haircut, I bring that fool something to eat, because I remember I would just cut Sunday from like 8 a.m. to like 8 p.m. Not eat a single thing, not drink any water, nothing, and it's just, you're just grinding for like a few hours on those special days, for sure.
Let's move on to pricing though, okay? So as a barber, you have to set a price, okay? So from when you started, what was it, like $10? What was the first ever, like?
The first ever time I started charging was when I probably hit like 10 clients, because you start getting new people, you know, and they start offering to pay. Some of them like are you got to start charging. Like, once you start getting too busy, that's what I tell like any up and coming like high school barbers. Like, once you start getting too busy, up the price. You're not gonna lose any clients. If you lose 1 or 2 clients, it's because they're cheap and they're gonna go get fucked up somewhere else anyways. And it's worth losing those clients to make a little bit more per haircut for your clients that you're gonna build. Like, that's your infrastructure, is your clients. The ones that get every 2 weeks like a haircut, or every 3 weeks a haircut. Like, that's your infrastructure. So as long as you keep those clients, and you're like, and they're not gonna have a problem paying more, because they recognize the service. Like, there's a lot of cheap motherfuckers that don't want to like complain every time I raise my price. Like, just a PSA, public service announcement to like the cheap clients, bro. Like, it's not that they're charging too much. It's that you can't afford them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they gotta look at it like that. Like, don't say like, oh, he charges too much. Just say like, oh, I can't afford it.
Right.
Like,
how much do you charge at the moment, though?
okay, so pricing in Turlock, I'm chilling at 20-25, and then people tip. I've been making average $30 a haircut, $40 a haircut recently. Just cutting VIP clients. I haven't really been full on here in the valley yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want too much traffic in my house now. I was also taking classes, full 18 units of each semester and during summer, so I wasn't trying to be too busy. But in San Diego, I'm thinking 35, 40.
Okay.
If I end up, we haven't talked about it, but I have like a job offer out there at a barbershop. Some guy that really likes my work. He's opening his barbershop. He needs business. I'm business. I gotta go make business happen, and I'm down. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know how it's gonna work with like shop prices. If he wants me to take walk-ins, I'm gonna have to charge them shop prices. I might have to pay him a commission. I might have to pay him rent. Like, I don't know how it's gonna work out. But here in the valley, $25 a haircut, $25 a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Over there, when I'm thinking of doing like mobile cuts because my landlord might trip if I like have people getting haircuts over and stuff. So I might end up doing mobile cuts, $60-$70. That's what I like about like the shit I got running here, because like I would be working a part-time job for minimum wage is what, $15 like, and I'd be down bad, you know, like having to work a schedule, having to fit it around my classes. Like that's the cool thing about barbering is like if he needs a haircut 10 minutes down the street, but I have like a homework due, like I can decide like how much do I want to charge him, how much is my time worth right now for that haircut, you know. And the thing is people okay, so another difference between here and there, like out there people don't really pay for like the quality of the haircut. They more pay for like the convenience of the time in which they need the haircut.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So yeah, I would say.
No, I bring up pricing though because say at a barber club, I get why at a barber shop I get why it's expensive, because that barber has to pay for that spot, you know, and then they have to pay the shop, do the rent, whatever. So like let's bring up the San Diego barbershop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. When did you get this offer and like how did it all come about?
All right, so I was in San Diego right before I left, and and so this guy hit me up through Instagram. I was following like a lot of the barbers in the area because I wasn't really familiar with like the barber scene in San Diego. So I just followed a lot of the barbershops using my barber account on Instagram, and this guy messaged me through DM, come see me, come meet me. Like, I'm gonna open my barbershop here in the next year. Like, we're getting everything ready, but I don't have any barbers. Like, I need barbers, good barbers. And so I pulled up, and then he was currently at a different barbershop, like renting a spot. And regardless, like I came in, it was just him there. And then a client came in, or he had a client there, and he was cutting him up. And what's it called? Someone else came in, and he was like, "You cut him."
Oh shit.
And I was like, I had just gotten there, and I was like, I mean, shit, I'm not gonna not cut him, you know.
Right.
So I threw it down. Little homie let me cut him. I don't remember his name, but some San Diego walk-in client.
Okay.
Cool experience. Had all his machines. I cut him with all his machines, and it was pretty cool. After that, we just unfortunately I got kicked out. So I told him, I was like, bro, like, if you're gonna open your barbershop from here to here, like I'm not gonna be here. 8 hours away in Modesto. Like I'd be down to go and like work, but I'd have to pay rent and like find a spot to live, and that would just be like not ideal. But if I'm there for the semester, which I'm gonna go now, for the summer sessions, weekends, whenever State Board doesn't pull up, because State Board will get you, bro, and you'll be down bad. That's if State Board finds you with no license cutting at a barbershop, I think they charge you $1,000 and they charge the owner $1,000. So I'm just gonna have to settle that with him and see like what kind of contract he wants to make for me, or see what we can get going there. But if that doesn't work out, definitely I've already seen the barber scene in the dorms on campus, and I know that I can make something work out of that.
Are you excited for the opportunity though?
I'm hella excited. Okay. Like, dude, if I was able to get in the barbershop, busting out like on a Sunday like 10 haircuts, boom, 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 like that shit would be sick.
And you've never worked in a barbershop, huh?
No, never done a haircut. Like, that's the thing about humble beginnings, is like it was like the owner was professional, really professional. Not that it's not professional to have someone without a license, but like you can't just trust like a barber's gonna be like sanitary or like just have good or bring business, you know.
Yep.
But as a business owner, you got to look at it and be like, who's gonna bring me the most business?
Exactly.
And if you need business and you have businessmen, you know.
Yeah, I feel it. So You say you attend San Diego State, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have about a year left, I'm guessing.
Okay. So unit-wise, I've taken 18 units every semester, and then I took an 18-unit summer last summer. So I'm a standing. I think they call it standing when you're like supposedly like it's gonna be my third year starting fall.
Okay.
I'm gonna be starting my third year in college. But since I had that 18-unit summer, and since I'm gonna have another 18-unit summer, and I came in with like a little bit of AP, which canceled out some of my like GE classes and like early English, early history. It's looking like I'm gonna start my senior year classes in fall.
Okay.
So, shit, I might graduate May, the same time next year.
Exactly.
If not, fall of next year.
Yep.
And I'm kind of at a rush to like to graduate.
Yep.
I had some advice from an alumni. You want to graduate as much as you can because every year that you spend in school is a year that you could be spending making the salary for that degree.
Exactly.
So I have 6 years of Pell Grant available, which is like FAFSA.
Mm-hmm.
And I already used like an extra one for, or 6 semesters, I think. And I already used an extra one for that summer. I'm going to use an extra one for this summer. And I should still have it for the next few summers. That too, financial aid. I don't know. My dad's salary's been going up, thank God. He's been doing good at work. So I don't know how much FAFSA I'm going to qualify for. So I'm kind of at a rush to graduate. And also I'm excited to get on the job market in the real world and get hired as an engineer. Hey, low key, I've been thinking like I should hit up like Babyliss or Wall or like Oster, like any like clipper companies. Like I don't know, I think they're like based in Europe, but that's engineering and like if anything, I'll engineer my own clipper. So that's definitely something I've thought about. Other than that, maybe like project management once I graduate. More instead of doing like engineer work, design and stuff like. I'm thinking more like project management, big picture stuff.
Exactly. I bring that up because so, like your future as a barber, where does it stand? Meaning, like as that progresses.
Shit.
You know what I mean? Have you ever thought of that?
The people have asked me like, oh, what am I gonna do once you're an engineer and you're working full time? You know? I mean, I look at my brother and he's working full time Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday he has like available. And to be honest, when you're like, well, I'm gonna be 22, 23 when I graduate. I'm thinking I could grind out a few years like haircuts on top of my whatever I'm doing. As long as I'm growing professionally, like that's really what's important. Like at the point, like I'll give up cutting hair if I need to grow professionally. You know, like a 90K salary over like a few haircuts. You know, like I'll do the 90K salary, which is what I'm aiming for.
So it's just like you said, like it's slowly gonna like not die down whenever you have time to cut hair, you know, but it's not gonna be as like a top priority for you, you know.
Exactly. Which I mean, if it comes down to just cutting my family, then that's what it's gonna have to be. I will definitely miss it. Like I told Goody, bro, like he's planning on college, but I'm like, dude, you're gonna miss it a lot. Like cutting hair, like on the daily, like that's your number one priority. Like in high school, I had a good time, like just coming home from school and like haircuts from certain hour to certain hour. Like it's really not a job, bro. Like I'd be down bad working a 9 to 5 or like a part-time job if I didn't do this.
Exactly.
So anytime that I would be in that situation where I am down bad having to work a 9 to 5, I'm not gonna work that 9 to 5. I'll just cut hair. But I
bring that up because I want to take a little like quick look back at like your time as a barber. It's not like you're retiring or anything. But I mean like
we'll do another podcast once I do retire.
For sure. But I mean like some of like your most funniest moments here in the valley while cutting hair or even in San Diego.
Shit, some shit I will never forget. Let's see. One time some fool passed out. His cut was too fresh. He got up and he passed out, bro. And I was fucking scared, bro. Funny story because like it was the first time he had brought his brother. He was like he is a regular client, and it was the first time he brought his older brother, and it was also the first time he shaved it down to like he had a comb over like 2-3 inches on his head, and then he shaved it down to like a number 8, and got up. He was like he started. I don't know if he started feeling nauseous or what, but he was like, "Hey, bro, you got a bathroom? Like I feel like I'm gonna throw up." And I was like, "Yeah, bro, like let's get you up." And he stood up and boom, this was like 6'2", 6'3". Fucking took a fall on my fucking living room floor, and I was fucking scared, bro. I was like, oh shit. So I ran to the bathroom, got some like alcohol, and like put it up to his nose, got him awake. He was already like waking up. I don't know what was into him. Maybe he was dehydrated. According to him, he was hungover and dehydrated. But I don't know. That's something I'll never forget.
And what else? Like something that's got you like, or like a pet peeve. What are some of your biggest
pet peeve?
Yeah.
I hate cheap clients, bro. Like in the past few days, I've been having to deal with some cheap clients, bro, and it's like. Just say you can't afford it. Like, don't say you charge too much. Don't try to tell the barber how much to charge. Not even for me, like for other barbers. Like, you don't tell the barber how much he's gonna charge you. You know.
Yeah.
Like it's a service that they're providing. They put they put the amount that they're willing to give up that hour for. You know, like they price it, not you. You know.
So you spoke of clientele, like whatever. Like I know you have a lot of clients, you know, but like some that always come back. How do you feel about those people who always come back?
All right. So like right now during COVID, primetime COVID, post COVID, I just have VIP clients right now. Like people have told me like, oh, my homie needs a haircut. Can you get him? I'm like, I'm not taking new clients right now. My mom she's in the same thing. She has a business license and she runs a salon out of our garage too. She's also not taking new clients. Like basically just VIP clients, the regulars, like just homies that I've been cutting for years now.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So as you cut hair, we all jam out to music, you know? Mm-hmm. Like when you cut hair, whatever, like
what's my go-to?
Your go-to, like some artists, you know?
Damn. To be honest, I put my songs on shuffle.
Okay.
Or sometimes like a new album will come out and I'll add it to my like playlist, not done to my music, to my library, and I'll just play it like starting from the top of my library, like what I've added. For sure. I'll do that sometimes. That also lets me like gauge the time of the haircut. Like the album will be like coming to an end. It's the last few songs, and I'm like, damn, I should be like damn near done with this haircut right now, and I'm not, so I need to get to it, you know.
But like just in general, like who are some of your top
right here I play this album sometimes.
Yes,
but
top 5 favorite artists for you.
All right, we're going to music. Top 5 favorite artists.
Yeah.
21 Savage is up there. J. Cole's up there. Drake is the GOAT. Like I feel like undeniably Drake is the GOAT. Like I guess we could talk about it, but I think personally Drake is like the best. He just puts out the most bangers.
Right. And he has, speaking of like that shit real quick, so not everyone has to like him. Some people hate him.
A lot of people hate him, bro.
And that's what I feel like for GOAT conversation wise, people have to hate you.
True.
You know what I mean?
True. That is true.
Not everyone's gonna like you.
Yeah, very
you know
true. I mean, but I feel like it's not really a competition.
Oh yeah.
Like they're all legends, but I do feel like Drake puts out the most heat and just constantly. He's been the most constant artist. And so I think undeniably he's the best. I listen to a lot of Bad Bunny. Been listening to a lot of reggaeton lately. Okay. Trying to listen to more reggaetons now that I'm moving to San Diego.
Yeah,
like,
true.
It's a different vibe, you know.
Okay, sure. So what was that 5 already, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so now going on next, as you're leaving, who have you recommended your clients to go to? Okay,
definitely Goody Cuts. We've been doing weekly haircuts. He's up right now. Like just got the new studio. Just got an AC, just got a TV, like, and he's going hard right now. Yeah. He's definitely like the number one that I've been recommending to. He's busy, like I told him to up his price because he's so busy. But if he's busy, and my old barber Adrian, I was even thinking about going and get one haircut from him before I leave, just for the one time, bro. That's crack, bro. Haircut with him is crack, bro. I love getting haircuts. For my junior year, my senior year, like. I was on a 2-week schedule for him, like 2 weeks every Tuesday at 5 p.m. I had a haircut, and those years were just like iconic, bro. Just I love being able to have constant haircuts where you can pull up to your barber during your appointment, not have to worry about anything else, not have to worry about him fucking you up, you know, like I have to teach my brother how to cut hair sometimes, and I'm like, do this, he fucks me up. My older brother fucks me up, you know, like you're just sitting there uncomfortably. Adrian, if not, some of the OG barbers, Steph, Too Many Clippers. On Instagram, he charges. He's professional, bro. Like he's the best barber in the game right now. I'd say in the valley. Right. I'd recommend him. Manny Fresh Fades, Rob, any humble beginning like OG barbers. Ambitious the barber, but definitely number 1 would be Goody Cuts. Number 2 would be Adrian.
There's so many, you know.
There's so many out there, bro.
For sure. So you as a barber and you as a client of someone else, right? What's your go-to cut?
Oh shit! So recently. I've been doing different things, you know. I've been liking the volume on the sides right here, so I think I'm gonna grow the mullet back. Okay. But cleanest haircut has to be the drop fade, bro. Right. Has to be the low or the mid drop fade. Okay. G.MO could speak to that one, bro. But yeah, drop fade is probably my favorite go-to haircut. I
bring that up because a few years ago when you actually graduated high school, right? You had the wave. What's that all about?
Oh shit! Okay, throwback to the wave game. So basically, anyone with like, I would say your hair is a little bit too straight, but anyone with any like type of wave in their hair, thick hair, like if it's like, I don't know, some white clients are a little bit too thin hair, but you have thick hair, it's a little bit wavy, you could get waves. Like you put on a do-rag, brush it like with the right brush. I think they're called Torino brushes. Okay. They sell them online. I did for like a year, cut my shit down. It's because I had the curls for like, just like the broccoli curls on top for like with the undercut with the drop fade for like 2 years when I was going to Adrian constantly. And then I went to college before that, senior year, I got waves. At my graduation, I had waves. And yeah, I got wavy. It was nothing crazy, but I was able to get waves.
And now moving on to the next one though, I know you like dyeing your hair, right? What was that one? Purple?
Okay, so I did lavender like off the bat. That washed out in like 3 days.
Okay.
I'll show you now 3 days. Like you can't have really like light colors like that because they'll wash out. But then after that, I did like a dark purple before I left back to school. And
so you have any questions for me real quick?
Damn, who are you gonna go to after I leave?
Shoot. That's a good one. I've been thinking maybe go back to Slick Vic. Shout out Slick Vic. Shout out him. But also my boy Maui, he's been cutting hair, and I see him improving. But probably one of those two for sure.
We'll see.
Hell yeah.
You think about changing the style at all, or
probably not?
Nah?
I mean, I only
have cut for the summer.
I only have two, like you said, I only have two styles in my opinion. I could do like a comb over fade, or just a buzz cut. I doubt it.
No, you don't think so?
Nah,
You're not feeling it this year?
I don't feel it. I haven't felt it.
That's only during the hot boy summer.
Hot boy summer, for sure.
All right then.
But what's it called? I want to give a quick thank you to G.MO, Calvin Paul, even Javiiurena for editing the video.
Yeah, so just shout out to our sponsor, G.MO. You can catch them on Apple, on Spotify. We're gonna have some B-roll hopefully after this, with like the cut that we did up in the studio.
Go listen to this new Slapper Dividends.
Listen to the new Slapper Dividends. We'll have his Apple Music, Spotify, everything in the description hopefully, and my Instagram too. Shout out Chaise for the audio, and pretty much I think we got it wrapped up, and we'll catch you
One more
episode 50. Oh shit, one more.
Who do you want to see on the podcast next?
Damn.
To drop a few names if you want.
Okay, I'll drop a few.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely want to see G.MO after he drops an EP or an album or something. After the album or after the EP, I want to see G.MO. I want to see Jesus. What's his last name?
Oh, Nunez.
Jay Nunez. I want to see Jay Nunez.
Goalie,
Jesus. He's doing big things with Stan and soccer and his master's program. Definitely want to see him. Calvin Paul 22.
Okay.
I want to see him on here. He probably has a lot of knowledge to drop. I'd say those three, bro.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, everybody. I'm Javiiurena. This is Besars Buts right here.
Yes, sir.
Catch him in San Diego doing big things.
Episode 50, I'll be back.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, it was a pleasure, bro. Thanks for coming on.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Javiiurena here. You know, I usually ask my guests who they want to see on the podcast. Now I'm asking you guys, the audience, who do you guys want to see on the podcast? And if you know anyone who's interested, make sure to drop them below in the comments. You can tag their Instagram, Twitter, social media, TikTok, whatever. We need to get their story on here. Anyone's story is welcome. Remember, everybody has a story. Let's get it. Thank you so much.